What's up guys, this is Barney with another Bad Company 2 commentary, this time on Nelson Bay. And just for a quick, I'd like to welcome all of you who have subscribed to me recently, and I hope each of you will enjoy my videos. Also, if you're wondering what's the funny accent, it's because I'm Hungarian. Last time some of you suggested that I should continue using my recon setup, so here you go. I'm running the SV98 again with the 8-card scope, magnum ammo, and this time the MP4 12 reps. Being effective with this pistol and simply getting the hang of it was much harder than I thought, but it was well worth the effort because it can be incredibly powerful if used properly. It does 40 damage from close up and 33 on max range, which means that it can kill with one headshot within 15 meters, and that it's twice as powerful as the EN94, which is the most powerful automatic weapon in the game. But the best thing about using the Rex is the feedback you get from it. It looks badass, sounds badass, and it is simply satisfying to kill someone with it. But hey, I'm not here to talk about weapon stats. What I want to talk about are different game styles, or rather play styles. By now you probably know that I'm a pretty aggressive player, and I run my ass off. Which is not shaved, by the way, so Devastations, I know you're watching this, and I've shaved your sorry ass many times, so it's time to return the favor. Back to what I was saying. I rush my ass off all the freaking time. I go for the objectives, I go for the kills if necessary, but I never, and I mean never, sit on my fucking ass. Because by doing that, I couldn't contribute to my team's efforts, and we would end up losing, and I obviously want to avoid that. The reason why I'm showing you this gameplay is because it's the perfect example of what I'm talking about. What you're seeing is of course the edited version. I had to cut out incredibly long parts because this game was well over 30 minutes long, and it annoyed the shit out of us. Don't be fooled by the amount of action you can see on your screen now. Basically throughout the entire game we were just running around trying to find any enemies. There were about 2 players in the opposing team who were trying to do something, but after a couple of unsuccessful attempts they gave up too and joined their teammates in their camp fest. Every once in a while they showed up, coming in big packs, got killed, and then it took them another 3 minutes to come out of their spawn. And these are the parts that you are seeing right now. Obviously I didn't want you to watch me running around doing nothing. Of course they didn't dare to come anywhere near the MCOMs. Well, except those 2 guys. The others used every single tactic at their disposal that I consider unfair. Shooting rockets at the MCOMs, constantly spamming them with mortar strikes. And I'm gonna stop here for a second because this may need a longer explanation. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that shooting your rockets or calling in mortar strikes is considered to be a dirty tactic. But using only them definitely is. And it also shows how different our idea of playing the game is. Before some of you would go and say that you're only complaining because you don't know how to defend against these tactics, I'm gonna spoil the ending and tell you that we end up winning. It just wasn't enjoyable, fun, or satisfying at all. Basically, I was running around all game long, trying to find enemies and end the game as soon as possible. After we've inevitably lost the first base, I went on a little spawn camping. Normally I don't like to spawn camp the enemy team, but if they are camping behind their base, trying to get 400 plus marksman headshots, I'm not gonna sit and wait till they finally decide to get off their fat ass and do something. Of course, if I was there, I tried to knife as many as I could and teabag some of them. Sometimes it didn't turn out as well as I hoped, and my KD suffered for it, but I'm sorry, if you're camping in your own spawn, you deserve to be spawn killed and teabagged at the same time. Guys, of course you always have the privilege to disagree with me. This is just my opinion, and I simply hate to play against a bunch of fucking pussies. Or overly cautious gentlemen, as the Russian badger would say. The point I'm trying to make is that we play games to have fun. We play online games to have fun and challenge ourselves, to put our skills to the test against similarly skilled opponents. If any of these don't happen to be true, then chances are we're not gonna enjoy the game. I myself and like-minded gamers simply don't enjoy playing against these types of players, and I doubt that they would have fun getting their butt kicked, so what we need is a separate lobby for different players. Obviously players who want to play hard and go for the win should not play together with casual gamers who just want to relax and have some fun. I know many guys who are fed up with all the M60, AN94, SV98 tryhards who get mad when they lose a game and brag about their multi-kills all the time, and I can totally understand what they are saying. Sometimes it's fun to just sit back and relax, and I do that when I play single player games. But whenever I go online, I take the game seriously, hence if I have one or more players on my team who just want to chill out and snipe from the back of our base, I get pissed. And I'm gonna block their view, try to frustrate them with other means, because I don't like running all the way from my spawn whenever I die, just because they want to hide in a freaking bush, playing hide and seek or whatever. Therefore, it would be nice to have the option before joining a game whether you want to play seriously or just want to have some fun. Many games try to put similarly skilled players in the same game, but that's not enough sometimes. And as far as I know, Halo Reach has a filter where you can set your playstyle preferences, and you can even set whether you want to play with people who talk bullshit all the time or rather calm players. However, these options don't have any impact on matchmaking times, so I don't know whether they actually make a difference or not. Anyway, I'd like to see a similar option in other games as well. It will reduce not just mine, but the chill out players' frustration as well. I'm sorry if I was a little bit too harsh, I didn't mean to upset anyone, but some things just need to be said. Alright, now let's move on to the Medal of Honor beta that was available on the PC for a few days this week. I've played it for a while and I came away mostly impressed. However, I couldn't record any gameplay for you guys because I still don't have a widescreen PC monitor. I've mostly played Sector Control, which is the equivalent of Domination or Conquest, and I've enjoyed it a lot. The most important things like weapon balance and spawn protection work flawlessly, and I was happy to see that the game puts a heavy emphasis on player skill instead of teamwork, which is refreshing after playing Bad Company 2 for more than 7 months. The map for this mode was very well designed, with few choke points and virtually no camping spots. And the other mode in the beta is very similar to Rush, where the attackers have to perform different objectives like destroying a roadblock or holding an important location, while the defenders obviously try to prevent this from happening. This mode features mostly outdoor maps, and the good defense can make it impossible for the attackers to push forward. Hopefully DICE addresses these problems before the game comes out next week. There's one last thing that slightly worries me, which is the complete absence of perks or specializations, and the only part of your outfit that can be customized is your weapon. The full game will feature at least 2 other modes, Objective Raid and Team Deathmatch, so it's definitely gonna be enough to hold my interest, at least until Black Ops comes out. I'm confident that I'm gonna be able to get the game the day before its official release, so you can expect to see a ton of Medal of Honor coverage from me. Alright, so this video is coming to an end, and as you can see I went 37 and 20. Not the best game I've had, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'll talk to you soon. See you guys, cheers.